Alright, and I'm alive. Or at least I should be. Alright, so I got to make a Facebook post, as I always forget to do it. There we go. Got that typed out. Alright, let's get this started. Also, I never did open... crap. I didn't open up Spotify. Oops. Right, give me just a second while I do this. Gonna take it a little while to pop up. Come on now. It's getting there. Also, I didn't open that up either. Crap. Go ahead and do that while that's doing its thing. Yeah, I was kind of doing some YouTube stuff, and I was also watching a Metroid or Super Metroid race before I started streaming. So I wasn't exactly ready. I just kind of threw all this together and whatnot, you know, like I do some nights. Just kind of go into it, not ready. Some nights it's better than others, but I figure as long as I don't take up more than 5 minutes, it's not that bad. In which one of the things I need to do on my past broadcast on YouTube is I need to go back and delete like the first part of my streams and like also the intermissions and whatnot. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but that's kind of a pain to do. But at least it'll look a lot better now that my past broadcasts are uploading as one like whole thing now. One whole video. What we got here? I guess we'll go... screw it. I guess we'll just go best of 2014. How long is this? It's like, they're all about an hour. In which I finally got some more Pokemon Crystal parts of the stream. Those will be going up pretty soon. Like literally, one's going up tomorrow, and then there's another one going up on Wednesday. I don't know, my freaking beard has like been itching like all day. Really been annoying me. So where I left off, we were about 7,000 citizens, and our demand for residential was still pretty high. It kept going up and up. It was pretty crazy. Yep, still really high. Let me make sure you guys can hear the Oh yeah, you should definitely be able to hear that. If not, just let me know, and I'll definitely change it. So one of the things I also did before the stream is I did a speed test of a server that I did while I was down at the apartments, and on my, on the connection that I'm on right now. Surprisingly, the one at the apartment, it had lower ping, which I was kind of surprised by. And I was kind of surprised by that. So I'm just thinking, I think we picked the right place. As long as there's no, like, stupid restrictions on, like, how much of it we can use, which I don't think there is. That would be kind of dumb. No data cap BS, which I don't know how they would do that. Considering it's for, like, the whole apartment place that we're at, it's pretty much for students, so I feel like if they were to restrict it in any way, that would be that'd be a dumb idea on their side, but I don't know. Oops, I just destroyed that road. I did not mean to do that. Piss. That stupid thing. How was that going in there? Was it like that? I don't remember. I think that was there, and then I had that, and then whenever I did that, it changed it. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. So, I'm pretty sure we have... I'll be able to stream, 720p, no problem, at the apartment complex I'm going to. Which I still don't know what day I'm moving out yet. I mean, the official day is the 21st, but the thing is, we aren't getting prorated for our first month, which is kind of stupid because I don't move in until the 21st. So, I mean, technically I wouldn't be paying for 20-something days. But we're trying to talk to them and figure out what's going on. And that's that. Oh, you're like right there, man. I'm kind of hoping they'll let me move, move in a bit early. But I doubt they'll do it. If they do, then great. But if not, then, well, there's nothing I can really do then. Okay. Alright, in terms of... put that there. Now these people don't have access to it at all. I gotta put another one down. Probably put it like right here. Which, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what it's gonna be like actually living out of the house, because I've never had to do it for any like extended period of time. As long as I've been away from my house, like living outside my house has probably been about, I don't know, like a week and a half at most. That was usually due to like school trips and like other school related things. So it's gonna feel kind of weird. Like right there, kind of out of the way. Yeah. Put it right along this cliff. You don't like somebody, you just shove them off into the river. Nobody will ever remember them. Needs electricity. There we go. I'll solve that for right now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a road right there, am I? Oh. Oh, yes we are. Sweet, man. Awesome. I'm not gonna put anything right here right now. There we go. Just making that so we can go ahead and plan that out. We're getting pretty close to 7,500, and once we get that, we'll have incinerators and a few other things. We'll also have high density residential, commercial, and then we'll have offices, office buildings. So, I haven't really figured out what I'm gonna stream after this. It's a toss-up between Project Zomboid and Pokemon Crystal for right now. Or I could stream something completely different. I mean, like I said, it's kind of a toss-up. But with the way I've been, you know, I've just been so addicted to like Project Zomboid lately, it's ridiculous. Two different ones. No, don't you dare do that. Put a house right here and then another one like right here. I should connect it and get rid of those power lines. Come on, build a house like right there. Why their residential demand is still so high? What's up with that, man? Really? Wouldn't that technically be already be connected? That's what I thought. Which we are kind of running a little low on power. Oh, there we go. Hey, another units or thing of land. We can finally do the metro, which will be nice. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that, though. We can do, like, high-density stuff, finally. Incineration plant, university, finally. I haven't really been paying, you know, do anything with the, I can't remember what I was just thinking. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think we will do this. Did I ever give back, like, the full budget to this? Yes, I did. Alright, just want to make sure. This for right now. These to oil. A little bit more. There we go. Be like 200 now. Ooh, 300, my bad. Not calculate that right. Yeah, we're good for quite a while now. We should have the rest of the policy stuff besides this stuff. Haven't really figured out which area I'm gonna make like the downtown part. I don't know. I would like to make it more over here though. You know, kind of put it along the river and whatnot. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe buy that and just kind of expand out over it. That'd probably be the last mostly river tile that I would buy. How much land you can build there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Kind of head over that way. Also, we're gonna have to move this bus station thing. Move that to a little bit better spot. I really need to buy the 2 up here. I do need to do that. I already know what the next 4 are going to be, so that would give me a total of 6. Which, while we're at it, we need to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and... This is incineration plants and everything, and to get that going... But seriously, I mean... trash is gonna keep piling up and whatnot. That. Okay. Turn it back on and turn that off. Lead to another facility. Hopefully it doesn't empty to this one. That would be kind of dumb. I don't think it'll do it though. Let's see where it's gonna take it. Should take it to the closest thing, which should be this. Yes. I think. Is that what it's doing? I can't tell. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They can pretty much just make a giant... Well, I thought they were going to go that way and make a circle, but apparently not. Whatever works. I thought they would get there and turn around and go back. Apparently not. So there might be a little bit of a traffic issue here. Wonder what happens if I do this. If we turn this on and do it, will those also go there? I hope they do. Oh yeah, that's probably gonna get like flooded with so much garbage. I should probably put another one down. Yeah, we should do that. And we'll kind of spread it out later. There we go. Give them a few more. There you go. Go fill up the other one now. So much garbage. It's just going to take a while. And also it contributes to power, which is very nice. What I like about it. Normally I don't put them that close together, and usually they have time to burn it, so... I'm not really used to that. What else did we get? University. It's probably gonna be a little bit... Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Let's cover a wide area. Problem is, I don't really have an area to put that there. I've kind of put myself in a bad position with that, to be honest with you. What I'm thinking... You know what? Maybe we should just go ahead and buy this one. Buy like these 4 right here. That's what I'm thinking. Probably buy this one down here. That'll be 5 plus 2, that makes 7. Yeah. Go ahead and purchase that. Makes it a little bit easier to do some stuff on this. Oh, give me the snapping thing. Kinda need that. The upkeep of this university. Almost looks like in size the high school is bigger, dude. Okay, the university is bigger by 1 square in width. I don't know about. Well, actually, I'm wrong. That's a length, not width. Still, they're like almost the exact same size. Well, that kind of sucks. Put one over here. If I were to, it's not gonna reach all of them. But if I put it like right here, I reach all of them, but not them. A little frustrating, man. What was the upkeep of this? about 1,000. Plenty of people are eligible, so that's fine by me. Apparently they're all happy over here too, even though it doesn't exactly reach out that far, but that's okay. I swear, this song right here is like on every single one of their like album mixes or whatever. Oh well. Starting to get more industry demand, sorta. God, there's like so many of these that are probably like just so close to level I'll call it level 3. Yeah, I never did put one over here. My bad. Dead bodies piling up or what? Oh, come on, that's not gonna reach them all the way over there. Whatever. Okay, I'll just let them deal with it. As long as happy faces show up all the way to over there, I'm okay with that for right now. Yes, we have the metro. I don't know if I'm going to be using this for this just yet. Yes, I know, I have a new building. Stop telling me. Probably go ahead and buy that one too, just while we're at it. I'm a little bit over this way and make like the downtown entrance to this, sorta, whatever you want to call it. Not exactly sure. Well, that's a little bit more farther over this way. Right there-ish, maybe? Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Now, this shouldn't create some sort of intersection. I don't think it should. What I mean by that is making a light. I don't think it should do that. But I'm probably wrong on that. I don't see why it would. Now, it looks like it's just like yield signs and whatnot. So that's nice. That's going to be how some people can, or a lot of people are going to be able to get in. Awesome stuff, man. Alright, that's a lot better right there. Okay, so we got that side going. We're gonna come back to that in a bit later, but I am gonna... do I want to make one on that side just yet? I don't think so. Alright, in terms of industry, what else do we have? Like resources besides farmland, because we have like a lot of that. Well, some forest stuff, forestry, whatever you want to call it. This farmland, though, man, quite a bit of it, but I don't really want to utilize it. It's because you can't really level it up, and yeah, that's really the main reason. Because once these start to level up, they're gonna want highly educated and well educated, which I'm not sure why this one isn't leveling up. They should. Let me see something here. That's just silly. Why would I? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. Like, it's just that one right there that won't level up. Hey there, Aiden Cantwell. What's going on, man? Are you a little tired? I didn't go to bed until like 2 or 3 this morning, so then I had to wake up early. Today. Or earlier than normal. I took about an hour nap, so not too bad. Still a little bit tired. Go ahead and upgrade this part. Keep that grass, and then we'll have it transition into it. I would like to make a grid city, or grid downtown portion, just because it would be a little bit easier. But it's kind of dull, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. Euro, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. And I'd go ahead and have that go all the way down. Like our main avenue or something. Just a little bit. Not perfect, but close enough. It's not doing it the way I thought it would. You doing okay? Alright, that's good to hear, man. It's bugging the crap out of me now. I like it whenever it does that. How about we do this? There. I guess this will sort of be the start of it. Why isn't... kind of what I wanted. Start off, little by little here. I kind of learned this the hard way. For high density residential zones, you kind of have to be careful with them, because if you do a 4x4 square, it places a bunch of them in that like area. A bunch of citizens are there, and I've kind of, the last time I did this, I flooded my city with so many, you know, so many people that it took a while just for the whole industrial thing to like go down. Because it was like stuck at high for like half of one of my streams. So we need to go ahead and run power over here. Almost want to go and... Oh, we have plenty of power. Right now, that is. Also have to run water over here. Right, let's go ahead and get this started. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and put some parks down and some other stuff. Just so we don't have to really worry about it nearly as much. Now, where to put it is a good question. That there and place that there. How about that? That should be a decent start. Yeah, I know it doesn't have electricity. If anybody wants to get into the city, they would this way, probably. Oh, wrong thing. Probably end up going this way then. Oh, no, we don't want to make an intersection there. That'd be a little weird. Hey there, Taylor Cats. What's going on, man? Okay, we're about to see how much money this will cost. What I want is to have this flow into the other highway here. Okay, and we'll do this the exact same way. Underground, there you go. It'll be kind of a little bit weird setup. In my opinion, it's going to be a bit weird. Or we could just do that. Kind of wanting this to be on the right side. I think it looks a little bit better with it, with the off-ramp on the highway going this way on the right and this on the left. But hey, that's just me. Finally getting a PC so I can live stream and play PC games. That's good to hear, man. What's the name of this game? It's City Skylines. It's actually on sale right now. You can get it for like 20 bucks. $21. That's definitely great to hear, man. If you are going to get into live streaming, I highly suggest you check out the Twitch subreddit. That's reddit.com/r/Twitch. A lot of good information there. A lot of good information for people starting out. On Steam, yes. On sale on Steam right now. A little bit farther over. From what it seems like in this game, what it wants you to do with like the bigger part of the city is place more offices in high density commercial zones. That's what it almost seems like. Not exactly 100% sure, but that's just what it seems like. We'll go ahead and make this a district, along with pretty much most of this.
Are you ready?
We'll expand it over there a little bit later. I have no idea what the song is. Yeah, I know the game's paused. Alright, let's see what happens. There we go, stuff is starting to be built. Yeah, I know you all need electricity and whatnot. Also, I guess we need to go ahead and set up the metro and everything. What other PC games have you been playing lately? Any Pokemon? I've been playing Pokemon Crystal. I'm playing that off and on. But the thing is, like, I played that on vacation and I kind of burned myself out on it, so it's kind of depends on how I feel type of thing. Roads are so wide that the electricity can't even come over the right way. How do we do this? Yes. Well, if I could do it, come on. I could do it right now, okay. I was wondering how long it would take to actually spread to that, but... Alright. There we go. Electricity problem solved. I've been playing that, you know, off and on. Project Zomboid is a game that I highly recommend. I'm not saying that you should get it, but if you want to check it out, definitely gets a thumbs up in my book. Pretty much it's zombie survival, but in my opinion, it's like probably the closest thing to actual survival. Now the thing about it is, it doesn't really include NPCs or anything like that just yet, which they've been trying to do it over the course of like, I don't know how long now. It's been a few years. But if you give it a while, I'm pretty sure they'll eventually be in the game. But I can't wait for the next version of the game. It's going to be really awesome. Because they're making it to where you can allow, where you can actually build your own map, which is going to be such a huge change to the game. Because pretty much anybody's going to be able to create their own map, and it's just going to add a lot more playability to the game. Like, a lot. A massive amount. Let's see if we can... There. That many people really stopping there? Yeah, apparently so. Aw, like they already have 30 passengers. Oh, that sucks. What's going on with the yellow buses? Are like they even dropping off anybody, or is it just like every stop always has like people at it? Like every stop has somebody at it. I should increase the budget a little bit for that. Because we're almost turning a profit off of that. Like 110, see what happens. Have you live streamed it before? Well, let me put it this way. Before the version that's out right now of the game, I only had like 80 hours in the game. Now I have like 180, and most of that has been live streamed. Yeah. I've just been addicted to it lately. I'll have to get some bus routes that come over this way. I mean, I have thought about the Fallout runs, but I don't know whenever I'm gonna do them. I'll probably do it sometime before Fallout 4 comes out. You know, kind of lead up to it a little bit. Now, which one I'm gonna do is unknown right now. While I do like Fallout 3 better, with the bugs and the crashes and everything. It's not really bugs, it's just really the whole crashing thing that kinda keeps me away from the game, but other than that, that game is like phenomenal. I'll probably end up doing Fallout 3 then. I just gotta make sure I save the game often. Oh yeah, that's right. I was wanting to put a bus route, wasn't I? It's like, whoa, wait, why am I doing this? There we go. Oh, man. Whoever wants to go downtown... This one isn't that. We'll make him go the long way, how about that? We can actually get some of them using this bridge. There's not too many people using this bridge. We had that huge problem where so many people were using the bridge, but now that we fixed that with the underground interstate or highway, we don't have to worry about that now. Which is real nice. Yeah, that's understandable, Duro. It's like most hotels and everything just don't really have, you know, good enough connection to really even watch streams. Like, we were at some, like, motel or something like that, and Where was that at? Birmingham? Or was it Montgomery? I don't remember. I don't remember where it was, but the place was complete ghetto. So I'm sorry if you live in that place, but I'm sorry, but that place was ghetto, wherever that was. I'm thinking it was Birmingham. Maybe, I don't remember. But the motel there actually had a pretty decent connection. I was watching some guy play CSGO. Watched him for like an hour, and I went to bed. But whenever we got down to Florida, like I think it was the Hampton Hotel that we were in. God, connection there was terrible. Trying to get everybody on this. This will be kind of chaotic the way I'm doing this, but get it to work somehow. Go this way, man. This is probably like the worst way to do this, but I don't care. I'm trying to hit every area that I can. Probably make one stop here and then off into this area. Stop right by there. There's nothing over here for right now, but okay, big circle. Which will probably end up changing this line later, so no worries. I made a stop somewhere. There we go. Wondering where I made that stop. Okay. Here. There we go. The world. Forgot to turn my ringer off, so I'm sorry if you heard that. Ah, so you're from the Northeast. New England. Never been up that way. I don't know, I had a economics teacher from last semester. He was from God, what was it? Buffalo, New York, and God, he was such, his like sense of humor was, I guess what you would call dry. It was kind of a weird sense of humor that he had. He was just like a jerk about everything. I mean, I don't mean like, you know, the hateful type of jerk, but I mean, he would like joke around, probably say a few things that maybe he shouldn't, but they're going this way. They're going this. Oh, they're stopping that way. How many people are? Whoa, 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 what's going on here? How many people are stopping here? All red. Oh, massive backup right now. All I had was my 3DS. I had my tablet whenever I went on vacation. That and my phone. That was about it. Wasn't too bad. I mean, I wasn't on it like the whole time, but like in between things that we did, I was on it. We got one person for orange. Oh, maybe not. I clicked on the wrong person. How many bus lines going through here? I'm gonna have to clean this up later because this is gonna be chaotic. Maybe. It's hard to say for right now. None of them have even made it over here. They're like busy going through like the smaller parts. I'm just now crossing that bridge. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Thank you for that follow for Twitter, man. That's where I do most of my updates, so. Yep. That's where you'll hear from me the fastest. I do have a Facebook, but I don't really... Or a Facebook page. I don't really use it that often, though. Wow, 30 passengers. How much money are we pulling from this? Should be turning a profit by now, right? We're close. Oh yeah, we're turning a profit now. Sorta. It's going back and forth. Pretty much what I'm allowing people to do is, like, you know, kind of go into this area. What I really want. I don't know, it's probably yours. We'll go ahead and fill that in. Oh yeah, we should probably go ahead and do that while I'm at it. I forgot about that. Taxes. Put this a little bit differently. 11. I guess we'll put offices at 12. I believe they make it to where you can put like a tax of 30% on stuff like that. What I kind of wish there is a way to control the prices of buses and whatnot. Or bus tickets or tokens, whatever. I want to go ahead and start setting up the metro, but it kind of costs a bit. It's really the problem. It costs kind of quite a bit. I'll just go ahead and set it up right there. I don't know. I can probably go ahead and set up the stations, you know, with that going.
Bad luck. Ladies and gentlemen, how
Yeah. I don't know where I want to put this. The only thing about this is that it causes noise pollution. I'm gonna try putting it near a bus stop, like probably like right here might be a good place. Does it say how much? Noise pollution 50. Ah. Quite a bit. It's the only thing I don't like about it. It causes a lot of noise pollution. That's the real thing about this that I don't like. Well, we'll just keep that there. Or we want to set that up a little bit more, we can do it. I am kind of a bit low on money, so I'm going to speed up time for right now. We are making an income of 7,000 weekly. Not bad. I just don't really have a lot of cash on me right now. All of that, man. Did it not make a 2x4? Also, in terms of everything else, I should probably set this up too while we're at it. That's 60,000. Man, that's a lot. Yeah, how far down does that reach? I'd like to put it more down the center. How far will that reach down the road? Okay, it looks like it'll get most of the areas out to about here. Not too bad. That and a firehouse, like right here. I'll pretty much be a good chunk of my money. Oh no, what about these? Are these, or what these are like whenever they actually level up? Probably the way I'm going to do the bus stops in the downtown part of this is probably use the existing bus stops more than likely. Probably be the best way to do it. Also, I wish there was a way I could space these out a little bit better. Because as you notice, like, some of them are like right behind the other. What really separates them a lot of the times is, you know, traffic lights. Looks like we are doing just fine right now. Haven't really got too many people because I haven't really been putting any residentials, so. Yeah, we're still turning a profit on that. That's good. Are they going to start doing that BS over here too? Or they want to travel from just this side to that side so that they don't have to go over here? It's like, no, I should probably fix that somehow. Do I have to put another underground interstate thing? Because I don't feel like doing that. Well, as long as they don't do it too much. Probably have a better... Probably faster for them just to go this way anyways, so... Who knows? If it becomes a problem, I'll fix it. Awesome. No education going on here. Move this like one more down here. There we go. Squeeze that in. Satisfy their needs. It's going to be mostly adults, but oh well. Everybody needs education. Ooh, I did not think about that. So what are these others good or what? Are you done? 47. These are probably, that one's empty, that one's taking a while. Yeah, these like going at like max rate, that's crazy. Okay, more, a little bit of extra room. Alright, I gotta figure this one out. Okay, I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. It's gonna seem a little weird, but we'll see what happens. Trade tool, there we go. We'll see what happens with this. Yeah, this looks a little weird, but I'm just seeing if this will work. It will only go that way. What if I do this? These are going to be the only ones going on this road. Should be able to cover all that, right? Yeah, we can try that. The problem is that's going to become congestion, or congested, isn't it? In which, if we don't like that setup, we can just move it. That's what we'll do. I'm not seeing anybody. Garbage truck is even in use. Oh, is that coming? Oh, that's coming from the other landfill. Yeah, this was probably a dumb idea. God, they're gonna be coming from all the way over there too. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess that gives these two right here time to come down a little bit. So they're coming from some other place. Alright. What's our unemployment like? 3%. Okay, we'll make one that's 4x4. And it did not do that the way I thought it would. Differently. Kind of strange. You know, my whole city isn't going to be grid-based like this. I just did this for, you know, just the beginning part. Swap it up here. Once we get done with this area. Now we will up that. Start doing our crazy stuff for bends and twists, whatever. Over this one. This one's gonna come out a little ways. I honestly can't believe they're coming from the whole other side of the city just to do that. Dump off that. I know this one's like full. Kidding me? Also, wasn't there one like right here that they could go to? Oh, that one's filling it up. Okay. I wonder if I should build like. Can I even fit two right there? It doesn't want to, but it looks like it can. Not the whole thing like that. A little bit farther out. I'll end up moving these once it's done, but I'm just trying to get through all this trash. It's just a lot. Then probably by the time that's done, we'll be able to spread these out a little bit better. Look how close these intersections are. That's kind of probably going to become a problem later. A good chance of it. Don't even do that, 'cause that's... do something with that later. You sexy beast. What unique stuff? Oh, what the? London Eye. World is this? Okay. Government offices. Average garage building per building at least 40. Okay, I'm not doing that. I've never had this money issue that I'm having right now. But normally I'm at like $1 million. Also, can we like just turn this off? That's like taking up money. Or I should maybe go back to the smaller residential for right now. Kind of what I want to do. See, I just kind of, I don't know. I just don't like it whenever, you know, like these office buildings should be able to, like, hold more workers. But I guess it's just me. Let's see how many of these buildings up. Ooh. Yeah, you can definitely tell which ones are level 3. Now, from what I've been told about these level 3 buildings, or industry buildings, is that create less pollution. Not sure if that's true. Still, like, jobs over here that people could use, so I can see why that's still low. 32. That's quite a few workers, man, that they need. Oh, that's for a 4x4 industry. Quite a few, man. Yeah, it almost looks like that. There's not much pollution right here. So if all these start to become level 3, I'm guessing over the course, over a period of time, we'll might see the pollution drop a little bit. Maybe. I doubt it. There's just like so much of it. Hey, why was that abandoned? I thought it was supposed to tell me why it was abandoned. I guess not. There. Like right there. Right. We'll probably build on this a little bit more, not too much, and then we'll switch back to the smaller residential stuff. Yeah, I just don't like how, like, it's so easy for commercial stuff just to level up, and I don't understand why. I have a very high demand for residential stuff. Tennis court. Put a tennis court downtown. That should make them pretty happy there. I don't want to flood this whole, like, downtown area with, like, so many, you know, residential things, because it's gonna become chaos later if I do that. And I already talked about that, because what will happen is I'll have too many people and not enough jobs, and industry demand or office demand will stay up for a while. Can you adjust how the traffic flows? I guess in a way you can. Now, you can't control the speed of it or anything. Those have, like, set speeds. Kinda wish I could. How do I do that? Like, here. You start off with 2-lane roads, speed of 40. You know, this is basically what you would see on residential stuff. 2-lane roads, this will give you a little bit more speed and wider lanes and whatnot. This is what I would think you would use more for like the inner part of cities, I guess. 6-lane roads, I don't really use these this much because they don't really use all the lanes, so it's like I don't really see a point of it. And then you have highways, which have the fastest speed of 100, and then yeah, it's 3 lanes, 1 way, and yeah, you can kind of already see how that works right here. Now, the way traffic works in this game, I believe they try to pick the shortest route possible. You know, that's what people, these cars try to do. And whenever they're going somewhere, they want the quickest and shortest route possible. That's why I built this underground highway thing, because it's the fastest way to get to the other side, you know, without having to go over this bridge. That's why I did it. So in ways you can adjust the traffic flow. It's just not in exactly the way you're probably thinking. So, the area over here done. I think I covered everything for that. And really the main thing that really helps out with traffic is having buses, the metro, you know, subway stuff, trains. Those are really your main ones that will help, you know, keep people off the road and whatnot. Low land value. There's like nobody there. Yeah, that's why I have like all the bus stuff set up. Waiting for that to become used. I'm not gonna say it here, but I can't remember what it is. Put it down on the side of the router down there. I know it starts with 5-6. Alright, sorry about that. How long have you spent on this city? I'd say an estimated 5 hours at most. It's probably more around 4 hours. And you're probably thinking like, you know, 4 hours just for 8,000? That's kind of lame. Well, that's kind of how this game goes. It's very time consuming. So. Alright, filled all that up. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, that's just how the game goes. Some smaller residential stuff. Do that. So you know what would make this area? We'll put that, cycling, and recreational use. And the reason it's taking me so long is just having to manage money and everything else. If you play on, like, whenever you buy the game, you will automatically get a mode that will give you infinite money. So you can pretty much spend as much as you want and pretty much create whatever you want. And which, if you do it that way, you would probably For the time I play, you'd probably already see like 20 or 30,000 because you just wouldn't have to worry about money. You can just pretty much design how you want it to be. And to make sure healthcare is good. I never did put a police. Here's how broken the whole police thing is broke, like, in this game. What? A little later. Anyway, what was I talking about? Getting back to the whole crime thing. Like, you notice how I don't have any, like, see, green lines indicate whether you are covering this area with something or not. No police station here, no police station here, yet my crime rate is still 4%. The whole crime situation in this game is broken, in my opinion. Which, I think that's how the way they want it to be, but I think it's kind of ridiculous that, you know, you don't really need that many police stations. If you don't have any at all, it jumps up to like 20 or 30, or even higher than that, which can be pretty bad, but, you know, this place has like no police station. Unless they have a much wider range than what it's showing. That's my guessing. But I doubt it covers this. Was all this good or not? The tennis court has a really wide range. What's going on here? If I put it right here, it extends all the way out to that. Let me see something. Now, it has the same range. It just looks bigger. I don't know why. Noise pollution of this is 0. Okay. Not sure why it needs electricity besides maybe some lights. There. Yeah, Dero, if you have any more questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer them the best I can. In which also, there's even a subreddit for city skylines. Hold on. Oh, I wanted to shut my door. Anyways, you know, getting back to what you were saying about, you know, that you would, that, or that you're going to be getting a PC so you can live stream and whatnot. If you do decide to live stream, you might want to check your upload speed. But if you know you're good on that, then I guess just have fun with it. That's really my main advice. Like, don't expect to make it a career or anything like that. It's just kind of the way I treat it. I just have fun with it. And yes, starting out is really slow. Everybody starts at that point, where they're like 0 followers or like less than 10. You gotta build your way up. But one thing that I didn't really do whenever I first started out was networking with other streamers or like lower down streamers who have like little to no followers. I've pretty much been working by myself, which I don't exactly recommend. Oh, it's going to that one, no wonder. A few other tips I could give is try to have a schedule if you can. Can't really tell. Having a schedule definitely does help, as it gives your viewers a way to know whenever you're streaming and whatnot. I try to follow my schedule, but sometimes that doesn't always work out. Lately, it's been okay. I've been starting, maybe a few minutes earlier, a few minutes late. What else is there? If you're gonna decide, probably one of the harder parts is deciding, what games do you want to play. And if you can kind of find that one game that you like to play, that you feel like you could play a lot of, go for it. Because really, the way I do my channel is I stream for fun, and I stream whatever games are going to, whatever makes me happy. That's pretty much the main thing. And that's pretty much what anybody on the Twitch subreddit will tell you, just play whatever you want. And if you do decide to play, only one game for, a long time, and then you decide to become a variety streamer, expect to lose a lot of your viewership, because that's just how it goes. So I know somebody, he's like, whenever he first started out, he streamed a lot of Black Ops 2. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's just what he did. He streamed a lot of it. He did a lot of Black Ops 2 Zombies. He ended up getting over 10,000 followers in it was a crazy short amount of time. He did it in 5 months. I don't know how, but he did it. And then whenever Destiny came out, he switched to that, and his viewers dropped to less than 50, and he was averaging 300 whenever he's playing Black Ops 2. So that kind of sucks for him, but that's just kind of how Twitch works. Sadly. Hey, there's Shane Raz. What's going on? God, I haven't played the Tekken series in a long time. Can't remember which one it was that was on the PS1. I think it was Tekken 3 or something like that. Actually, I might still have that. It's in my box that I have right now that I'm moving, I have set up for moving out, but I don't really feel like digging through all that. I should probably expand a little bit more up here, but I'm I don't really feel like it. But yeah, those definitely look like some good games that you can start out with. I'm pretty sure Skyrim has a pretty big following back behind it. I used to play it back whenever I was around 100, but I don't really play it anymore. Which, if you haven't really been keeping up with me, kind of been saying it off a few times to stream. What in the world is that one doing? Oh, it's for that. I will be moving out. The 21st of this month. Pretty much, 20 or 19 days, so. That or it might be earlier. I don't know yet. Kind of depends on what's going to happen. So we gotta call the apartment complex about some stuff. Am I seriously the first person to pronounce your name right? I would say some stuff about that, but I'd rather not get... I'm just not gonna go into it. Jeez, like, seriously? Residential is still high demand? Crazy. Wow. Is everybody just, like, lazy, or did I break the game? Well, I've been placing stuff, like, everywhere. Placing residential, like, all up in this area. Then again, a lot of people might be becoming seniors and whatnot. Eras. What? How in the world would you pronounce it like that? What? Oh, okay. I don't know. I usually try to look for, like, common stuff in names. Like, if it... Some people like to use a name or something like that. Or it comes to Twitch names, which... Nothing wrong with that. You know. So... And it kind of made it a little bit easier when pronouncing that.
Oh my goodness, oh my damn, oh my goodness, they're going ham.
Jane Roz, thank you for the follow, man. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. No idea. I don't have a clue either. Oh no. Did I get rid of some of these? Got rid of garbage dump. I have a high upkeep. Can we even do that if they're full? We can try, but we just say screw it. Get rid of it. Alright, so that's where a lot of my upkeep was going towards, was just that. I didn't realize that it had that high of an upkeep. Oh, don't do that. They are cooling down from whenever all that stuff in them, so... Actually, probably this one over here. No, not that bad. No, I was working on this area over here, like, last night. I completely, like, abandoned this area. Work on this a little bit. Kind of a common theme whenever I play this game. I, like, jump around a lot. Jump from one area to the other. Yeah, we're up to like almost 10,000 of our for a weekly income. I don't know. If there's that many seniors in the city, I don't know if I really want to do that or not. I'm seeing a lot of, I guess that's gray. Especially like in this area right here, there's quite a bit of gray. Isn't as much up here. There's quite a bit down here, which I find kind of strange. Not over here. Should be mostly adults and teens, pretty much. It's usually how the high density residential zones work. So, what other tips can I give for you, Duro? I can't really think of any others. Well, actually, yeah, I can think of another one. A good one being that if you're going to use any type of communication devices, don't use Skype. I'll just go ahead and say that. If you're wondering why, it's pretty easy to steal somebody's IP from that. That's how a lot of people end up getting DDoS and other stuff. So if you can, use something like Raid Call or Mumble or something along the lines of that. Personally, I haven't tried those out, but I've heard other people say that those are probably the better ones. And the world is going on there. There's another, this will probably be the last one that I'll talk about, is don't be afraid to ban people that are in your chat. And make sure you have bots set up. But try to not be like, try to make it at least somewhat. Can't really think of the word to say it. I don't want to say obnoxious, but that's not because that's not the right word. I guess fair, because the default for Moobot and Nightbot stuff, like whenever they filter stuff, is kind of ridiculous. So you'll probably have to end up changing some of those around, and if anybody decides to come into your chat and mess with you, just usually I just ban those people right off the bat. Cause I had somebody come into my chat last night posting some shortened link or something like that. I don't know what it was. I think it was to a G2A thing, which it could have been some sort of clickbait thing just to get me to click, and there's probably no telling what would have happened. So I ended up banning that guy like right off the bat. Even though I think it blocks it in my chat, I still ban him anyways. It really is, isn't it? Retirement center of the world. I don't know. I guess we're going through I've been told that it kind of goes through phases whenever it kind of happens. Guess we gotta give it a little time because we're starting to see some teens move down in this area. It's pretty bad as our deaths is more than our births, so kind of going through that phase. That's why I don't want to build too much residential, because I feel like, you know, if I build too much, then we'll have to make up for it with our industry and office demand will like skyrocket. Hey there, Total Gambit, what's going on? Welcome back. And also, my beard isn't really that, you know, big yet. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna grow it out. I don't know. I might grow it out for like another few months. To be honest with you, much left is in this mix. Skip over to this. Sorry, that was kind of annoying the crap out of me. Getting the kids to bed. Oh, I bet that's gotta be fun. Oh, stop that. I remember whenever I was a kid, I like never wanted to go to sleep. It was like on the weekends I would always like, especially Friday nights, I would stay up until like 3 or 4 in the morning. I was back whenever like the N64 was like a big thing. Quite a while ago. I think we have enough money for 2 more. As long as we're willing to take a big hit on our weekly income here. How about this? Hey, 10,000 population. Do a dam, cargo train terminal, and a train station. You're a pro. Yeah, that would probably... I don't know. If I was a father, that would probably be one of my weaker points. Okay, we'll put that like right there. Oh, yeah, that needs electricity, doesn't it? Alright, and that probably... oh, it's right there. So we got that covered. We should be able to get almost everybody with this. Put it like right here. Like right there, we can get just about right here. We'll end up probably putting another one in this area once we expand down this way. Yeah, put it like right there. Miles all around. There we go. Actually, how's the whole education thing going? 31% highly educated, and still 15% uneducated. I guess that's mostly my fault, considering the fact I'm having trouble keeping and getting these elementary schools everywhere. Okay, that should help out a little bit. Which I've already bought 3, so we have a total of 4. Not sure what I'm going to do with these areas up here. I've already figured out that I'm going to kind of combine this and make this like the main downtown area. And we'll spread that over here. Probably put our cargo and our ship stuff over here. I just don't know what we're going to do with this over here. We might expand it over a little bit, but I'm not sure how far. And after that, I don't know, man. Oh, I'm probably going to buy these 2 right here, so that would make 6, giving me 3 more tiles I could buy. Anyways, we can build a dam. I don't know. Because my main problem with this is going to be flooding. This is kind of low-lying area, and if I do it, it's going to back up like crazy. I mean, we could do it more down this way. Also, that pollution's probably going like... What's that like for right now? Well, that's because we don't really have, you know, that much going into the water, which we'll probably need to, yeah, we're getting to that point. I know this will probably make quite a bit of power. Going the wrong way. Why is it not? That's estimated 600 right there. Not too bad. About this though is that's gonna cost a lot of money. I don't know, what if I was like to do it like right here all the way over to here? I'm getting 600 with that. Or somehow we could have it come over this way. Oh well. I was just wanting to see what the estimated would be. Because this is going to get a little interesting if I try to do that. I'm going to do a safe save before I do it. I have no idea what the flooding situation is going to be like. Areas like this will probably flood. That's probably going to flood. How is it that close? Water has actually come down. What's going on here? I'm gonna go ahead and save. I'm not exactly done just yet with this. Oh no. If I was to do it over here. Beep. Oh, it's like right under it, so it's not gonna work. This works better if you have higher up stuff. We had cliffs that were higher up. If I were to have this come over, that's not gonna work because it's sloped too steep. If we had like another area over here that was this height, that would actually be pretty good. I think something like right here would probably be our best bet. Somehow maximize on that. Alright, so we'll worry about that later. I have no idea how good the solar power plant is, if it is any good. Imagine it's just renewable energy. And it probably has like a set rate that it goes at. I don't think I've put any... Well, yeah, I have. God, I even did that. What areas do not? We have this area up here, which we need to... Yeah, I know I'm jumping around a bit here, but we do kind of need to fix this, so... Otherwise, a few people are going to be losing their house here. Sorry. You need something. How about this? Make you a little bit happier. Have a new building. Yeah, I know. I can build trains, but I don't think there's... I haven't seen too many, or really any trains going by, man. I mean, we have that, and that's like the only thing that goes out. That's like the only train thing that like goes out of the map. Where we do like a lot of cargo transport and stuff. I think I'm gonna buy those. Huh? Alright. I thought I could buy another tile, but apparently I can't. I'm gonna buy these two. That would give me 6. Probably end up buying... Probably these two over here. That'll give us 8, and then we'll have one free one to do with whatever. Might buy another one over this way. But that's a little bit into the future. Come back to that. Guessing these jobs are starting to fill up because our demand is starting to go back up. So are these even getting anywhere close? That one is. No, that's not what I wanted. There's a waste of like $15,000. build this road really quick. Like, put a certain way. There we go. Should have more than enough room for this, yeah. What I thought. Mooch off of that electricity there. Might help them a little bit. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna play this. I guess we'll try to get to about 15,000, then I'll probably call it a stream then. Try to get there. It's blocking that one part right there. One square. Because I'm trying to make up for, you know, lost time and me just being lazy on YouTube and whatnot. Which the main thing I really need to do is go back through my streams and kind of make copies of certain things, so that way I can go back and split them up. That's really the main thing I need to do. Again, our crime rate's still at 4%. Well, uneducated's gone down to 10%, so that's good. Alright, so I actually I did a test before I started streaming. I kind of mentioned this earlier, in which I'm pretty certain that I'll be able to stream at the apartment that I'm going to. I think I will be able to. Because whenever I was down there, I guess that would have been Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I did a few speed tests on like the router that they have set up in the office, which it's faster in the apartments because I've already tested it out. But I was pulling like, or the upload was like somewhere in like the 4 to 6 megabits per second range. Download was about the same. It seems to be like some sort of symmetrical connection. So if that's the case, then, you know, speeds like that, I'll be okay with it. No, I wish the download would be a little bit faster, but hey, I'll definitely take that upload speed, as long as it's a consistent connection. I put a few more industrial stuff, but I don't know, should I? I'm having trouble finding work. People just being lazy or something? Unemployment 4%. Well, we don't have any bus routes going down here, do we? Yeah, that would definitely be a thing. Let me do this. Is that? And then I'm going out. I'll just connect to this. might be why. Not 100% sure, but I'm thinking it might be. But we need to put one here anyways, so we'll just go with it. How about this? We'll start... Where should I start? Probably start like right here. Down this way. This is for future stuff right here. That there, it's not gonna get too many people, I know. Come back around. We should have the exact same stops here. Then I want you to come back this way. A lot of these places are starting to level up now. Stop there. Go ahead and add in some bus stops here. Even though nobody's right here, but on whenever we add that in, it definitely will be. Also going to add in some industry up here. Able to come back down and connect like that. Edit this line. There we go. We'll make it a dark blue. Oh wow, full passenger already? Yeah, we'll definitely be turning a profit after that. Like I said, these bus stops will, up here will definitely come in handy once we actually start putting this stuff in. Take a while. Apparently I've already done the water for all this. Should probably... What is this? Yeah, we should probably add more of this. Apparently, I only have, I think, one of these. It's like not even in the water. That's the funny thing, it's like not even in the water. Put them back up this way. Like receding and coming back in. That's kind of weird. I mean, it'll still work regardless, but it's still a bit strange that it does it that way. Okay, so we're good on that for a while. Alright. Trying to fill in all of this right here. Get some really weird stops like right here where nobody will want to get on or off. I'm just kind of hoping that fixes the problem a little bit. I should be able to move him around a little bit more, especially from down here. Also, we should be able to check like car trip save, 32%. Nice. I'm not exactly sure what a good number is, but I'm pretty sure 32 is pretty high. 34. 30. 37. Surprised that I feel like they should save a little bit more, since that's going in between, but the orange one, I figure that one would save more too. Okay, so not bad. They're all above 20%. I'll place a few things of industry, not too much, but one or two. Or if it's the smaller ones, then we'll probably put a few. Aw. Hoping that was a 4x4. Come on, are either one of those going to build? There it goes. Oh, I can place that. See, that one automatically went up to level 2 as soon as it was built. A lot of these are going to be level 2 as soon as they get built. Most of them should. Yeah, that'll definitely create some jobs there. 18, 14, that one's almost on the way to level 3. Yeah, Aries doing pretty well. Elementary, what's going on here? Put that there. We're finally up to over 10,000 weekly income. Normally I would have been at that like a long time ago. I don't know. I feel like this map's a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult. If this house gets in the way, we'll just move it. Okay, that's like the fire station, right? Firehouse? But I thought it was. Okay, so there's no demand for residential. Get this up a little bit. I don't know, let me check and see if there's any traffic congestion anywhere. I doubt it. If there is, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I can already see myself in about 5 years. I'm gonna have, like, I'm gonna need a chiropractor or whatever doctor works on your back. I knew this area would be pretty, have a lot. We could probably, I could easily fix that. Now, we'll fix that here in just a second. What other areas? This area's fine. There isn't much going on in this area either. Yeah, doesn't look that bad. Yeah, looks like this area is the only one that I'm gonna try and fix. Not really a problem right now, but later it will be as we put more and more industry in. So that'll definitely be a problem. Oh, what are you doing with that? Huh? Oh. See if we can do this here. Kind of weird. Just be easier to go underground. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Have this road come out a little bit. Sorry, industry. I have to do that to you. But don't do that. Both of those to build, then we can do that. You'll see what I'm about to do. We are kind of going back under this. Sort of. And underground. But I have an idea. Is do it this way, because I feel like it'll be a little bit easier if we do it this way. We can kind of go under it, so.
Oh my goodness, oh my damn, oh my goodness, they're going ham.
Going ham. Jeremiah 74, thank you for the follow. What's going on, man? Wrong way. I should do this. Don't want to be that high up. We'll see how that works out. It like so. There we go. A little bit different route to go, and should kind of clear up this whatever clutter is here. Now, this part right here will be used more once we expand up this way. Speed that up a little bit. Yeah, the reason I did that is because I kept seeing a lot of, trucks and whatnot kept coming this way, such as, forestry trucks or whatever. Trucks like that, and it was a bit annoying that they kept cluttering this up a little bit. I mean, I'm okay if one or two comes this way. I want this to be more for the people in the area. Alright, get back to building more residential stuff, even though it's asking more for industry. What's our unemployment at? Actually, you know what? Nope, I changed my mind. Changed my mind. Employment's that high, then we definitely need to deal with that. Don't know exactly where. Okay, like, seriously, man? Why don't you put a banner for gold mine? How about this? Banner for gold mining? How about this? How about you suck my dick? That's obviously some sort of scam or something, I don't even know. Oh, put the wrong thing there. Stupid bots keep coming into my chat and doing that. Okay, there's a bunch of industry here. Not a ton, but a decent amount. Shots fired. Be a little bit better if it was an actual person doing it, though. Well, then again, I banned him, so. Of this. How do you switch in between these? I don't really know how you do that. Shift or control or something? Can't really do it that way, can I? Yeah. I hear you guys crying up here. You need water. It's like, I know I had the link blocked and whatnot for HTTP stuff or www sites or anything that uses that, but still, I mean, they're just gonna keep coming back in here and doing that. So, ban them and get it over with. I wish I could put that there. going on here? Um, Oh, it needs to come out just a little bit farther. There we go. I wanted to be able to use all that right there. Yeah, I know. You need electricity. This is a different way. How about this? Yeah, no, this isn't the only game that I've had that happen to me, where they kind of do that type of stuff. Surprised they don't do it on the more popular games. Or maybe they do and I just don't know about it. Are you gonna build there or not? Come on. I'm not really sure how much more I should build, I'll be honest with you. Oh, come on, that's not what I wanted. Build that right there. Why is that so hard? Basically trolls, like automatic troll bots or something. You know, I'm not, like, even if it was legit or not, I don't mind if people put that, like, in their panels below for, like, G2A gold mine stuff. That's fine, but if you're gonna go advertise it, like, just no. Whether it's a real person or even a bot, it's like, just no, don't do it. More of this do they want? About this. Let's move this. Not really what I want. About that. Unemployment, like 10%. Oh, there's an automatic level up. I like changed quite a few. I guess that was the problem. Some of these weren't like leveling up a lot, or weren't really getting to level 2. Because that was what the problem was. Where are my cemeteries at? Are these like... Where are these like... One's almost full. What about this one over here? Yeah, they're okay. We have to be like 15,000 for that? 17. You have hospitals and police. I do have hospitals set up like pretty much everywhere, or at least in certain areas. You know, I have a... You know, an actual hospital, and then the rest are just medical clinics that I stick around just to cover main areas. Probably need to put another one over here. Go ahead and do that. But in terms of police, I don't really worry about it, because I'm being honest with you, I think the whole like crime thing in this game is a bit of a joke. It's like I don't have any of this area covered, and I don't have that covered at all. Areas, you know, and our crime rate's like 4%. Kind of ridiculous. Anyways, looks like our industry demand's finally starting to go down. They're not able to find enough workers. Employment is falling pretty fast. I hate how it does that. It'll, like, if I build something next to it, it'll sometimes spread over into the other one, like, automatically. I don't know why it does that. It drives me insane, because it'll make, like, one square buildings like that. Graduate citizens, 87%. Yeah, I was just looking at some stuff there. Electricity will be, I'll be fine on that for a while. Take a while for some of the stuff to build. HDMI? Yeah. I'll just leave this running. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Yeah, if you're wondering what that thud was, if you even heard it, that was my knife falling out of my freaking, out of my lap. Forgot it was even there. What's the park? Yeah, that's what I figured. One right there. Well, I haven't really done anything with the districts. I should probably do this. For all of you. There we go. I mean to do that for a while. Keep forgetting about it. There we go. Haven't touched that like since haven't done anything with that for about quite a while now. Over an hour. That should help out some of these areas. The main thing I have set up is recycling and the parks and park one. Pretty much gives a bigger budget for parks and whatnot. It's garbage like down. Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and fill that one up, because that's just going to split it up by 3x4 or 2x4. And it changed that up on me. Is it doing that because that's right there? Probably is. It made like this weird... Stop that, come on. I'll take up as much space as possible. So it got rid of that one too. Wow, that's already level 3? Wow. But everything that I already have set in place just makes these, like, level up real quickly. Yeah, it almost looks like with what we have left on this isn't going to get us to 15,000. Employment's at 3, so... Trying to figure out why... I'm guessing... Or... I wish I could click on that to check it, but you have to go up here just to check it. We might be experiencing a spike in deaths for right now. That might be why. That'd be my only guess. Alright, so how's this stuff? That's... Oh, I thought that was level 3. Oh, it almost looked like the building's over here. I don't know, do any of the offices over here, are those level 3 yet? Really, not many of them are even over level 2. Well, that one is. Alright, that's a pretty good increase right there, going from 6 to like 13-ish workers. That's kind of what I'm wanting, anyways. And it's kind of silly. You know, I figured these offices would be able to hold like a lot more than what the office or the industry places would be able to hold. Apparently not. was able to hold 18. I don't know, it seems like I've given this quite a bit of time. It just... Oh well, we'll come back to it. We'll worry about that the next stream. So weird how it does it like that. And now it just went away. Like, are you serious? Alright, so how close do we want to get them to the pollution? Close enough to where they won't, you know, pretty much right up along the edge. So this road right here. Work our way backwards, I guess, from now on. No, that's not right. Let most of that come in. See what our demand is like after that. Magic Nut, what's going on? How do you have so much money? I don't know, man. I usually get to this point where I get like 10,000 weekly income, and then I'll kind of go on this spree where I just start setting up houses and everything else, and it just somehow gets up there. I don't know. I don't know. Earlier during the stream, we were kind of having a little bit of trouble with that. We having trouble getting above like 100,000, then kind of went back to some of the space. Like all this right here was all empty. Like all this right here was empty, and then I just started doing that and let my money grow. Which I haven't really gotten too far into it. The only like transport stuff and other stuff is not much. Transportation, I've only been using buses. I'm gonna save the metro, and I don't know. I would like to do the train and hook it up to that, but buy a tile? Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I try to do it that way. Because let's pull up our budget panel here. Alright, so income / expenses. Like even for our bus stuff, we're making a profit off of that. Because we're getting this much in like over 1,000, and we're only spending like 800 on the buses and whatnot. So making a profit off of that. Trying to think of what else. I don't know, for a little while, garbage was pretty high expense because I kept putting incinerators to clear out the landfills. Schools isn't like at about 10,000. How many schools you have? Sure. So this is what I have right now. I usually try to just cover the, residential stuff. I don't think that it really affects the industries as much. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm probably gonna put might put another one up here, so make that 8, and then I probably gotta put another one here and here, so 10. But right now I only have 7 of those. High schools, I only have 4 of them. Universities, I have 3. 1, 2, 3. And also, something that probably also helps out is that I don't really have many police stations, because the crime in this game it doesn't really... I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't really happen that much. Because even with all these empty spaces where the green doesn't touch, even all the way over here, crime rate's still 4%. Hold on. Do you stream LOL or Dota? I do not. In which, if you really want to have a better idea of what I stream, you can actually look down below the stream. I kind of have a collection of games that I've played and also completed on stream, and then some other games that aren't exactly, you can't really complete them, but it's just games that I've played. In which lately, I've been addicted to this. I've been addicted to City Skylines and Project Zomboid, and then every few days I'll play like Pokemon Crystal or something like that. So, yeah, like I said, the list down below should give you kind of an idea. Yeah, that's pretty much what I try to do. Total Gambit is just trying to kind of spread it around. Magic Nut, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Because I don't want to, like, just put them all on one road and then have everybody just go to that. It just doesn't seem right to do it that way. Not enough workers. What are you talking about? Which I've never really been able to get the commercial demand to go like all the way down to like nothing. It usually just kind of hovers right at medium demand. Okay. How is everything up here going? I'm expecting most of this to be on the way to level 3. Yeah, there's a bunch of jobs open up here. Oh, I pretty much got the smaller residential stuff done. Fill that stuff up, I guess. I just don't like that our population keeps going down like that. I'm not sure what's causing that. Can't really figure that one out. And nobody's even in that house. Which will work on the main city part of this the next time I stream. We're gonna pretty much just take this and expand it out this way. Might put a small, or we might even come across the highway thing and go that way. It's hard to say. Which I want to put a dam, but I'm not sure where exactly just yet. The problem with this is there's a lot of low-lying areas like that, and even I would probably go ahead and consider that. Those places are probably gonna flood. But I'm wanting to buy probably this square over here, so that way we can connect up the train. We can utilize that and probably put a dam like right here, so that way it backs it up that way. So even if I was to do this here, I don't know, just go from like here to here. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's not as much as I was thinking it would be. Well, we put it down here, we're gonna get like 600 plus. I just wish this area, like, around this was... I don't know, I just wish it was a little bit higher up. Right there, we can get like 500. I've seen it to where I can get about 600 in certain areas. And note, that's just estimated. That's not like the actual amount that you will get. Because things will change once you place that dam. Okay. See it a bit farther.
You sexy beast. You sexy beast. You sexy beast.
Is that bus actually stopping there? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I did plan a little bit ahead for that,
You
so
sexy beast.
glad I did that. I almost want to delete that. That's... I don't know. Seems a little bit too close to the others. Maybe we can do this. Bring this a... well... noise pollution on that. Shouldn't be too bad. That's not too bad at all. Well, maybe I don't want to do that.
You sexy beast.
What is that, a plaza? No, playground. Place that there and...
You sexy beast.
doesn't have that wide of a range, though.
You sexy beast.
Like a tennis court right, like right here. There.
You sexy beast.
How's this area doing? I haven't touched this area in quite a while. None of them are level 3. Wonder why. What exactly are those buildings? Station and medical clinic. I wonder if putting another one will help. I don't know if that'll change it at all. Or, you know, one thing I could do... Yeah, it may have been just a waste of money. Oh well. Maybe it did help, I don't know. Let's do this. I don't think I put a district on this. Usually for this, I put... Parks and that. Probably go with that too. Could help out. Did I do the same thing up here? No, I didn't. I should probably do it. Can you build stadiums and such? You can't really customize it. Well, I say that. I mean, you can probably build your own if you want. Because the game has an editor that you can do that. Or, well, it allows you to do it. Pretty sure it does. Um, 600... Oh, okay, I know what those are. But anyways... You know, you can create your own, but it does actually have a stadium by default. Yeah, it has this. I'll be saving most of this for a little bit later on. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. Do something. That's about what time I figured it would be. I mean, if you want to think of it that way, I guess you could, but you can't really edit the sports teams or anything like that. I mean, it's just a stadium, so. But I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you'd probably make like your own banner or whenever you're making like your own stadium and stuff in the editor, and if that were the case. Wouldn't surprise me. Somebody's probably already made one that has like every NFL team or something like that. It would not surprise me at all. Ooh. We did do that, did I? Right against that edge. Yeah, it's just gonna split that one up. City is looking great. Thank you for that, Vanessa Bear. Thank you, thank you. Pretty much got most of the residential stuff, like smaller residential. Got that down. Next stream, I guess we'll be working more on the big city part of it. I got it started. I've already thought about how I'm gonna do it also. We're gonna push this way. Over this way, and probably over the river and onto the other side of the highway. That's what I'm thinking about doing. High school. Do we need one down here? Like on the very edge. Pretty sure we don't need that either. Hold on. These power lines. Well, I was willing to put a high school or a university down there, but that just isn't going to happen. Unless I were to try something. No, there you go. Should be able to do it now. Make sure coverage is all the way around. Okay, probably not gonna have enough space for that. What's looking like? Go ahead and put that, like, right there. Well, there's not gonna be enough space for that. I thought it would work, but no. I want this to be right here. Come on. Slope's too steep. Well, I guess I'll have to do for right now. Well, this place is just gonna be a bunch of like one squared houses. Well, there's one thing I'm gonna do right before I stop streaming. I'm gonna make sure I save it first. One thing I'm curious that I want to try. Yeah, it definitely would just slide off right there. I've seen some crazy stuff on, like, where people will place, like, commercial stuff and, like, I don't know how they do it. Or something, like, the game does a weird thing where the parking lot would be, like this right here. It would be, like, almost vertical. Like, I saw some of the stuff like that happening on the subreddit for this game. That's what some people were posting. Alright, we'll do this part right here, and then be pretty much the end of the stream, and I'm gonna test that one thing and see what happens. It's gonna be something that I'm gonna consider for the next time I stream, but I don't know how it's gonna work. Go. Little area right here, we'll get this. I was gonna put something else here. I guess I changed my mind. I don't remember what I was gonna put there. It might be possible to do it that way. Problem is, I'm not sure if it'll stay there if I destroy those houses. Yeah, final product for right now. Looking good. So I have like all this area back here. Like, the game gives you a ton of land. Right. Oh, wrong thing. Alright, save. Make sure that's saved. A2, yep, that's right. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna save, because we're probably gonna try this in a few different places. It's about 300. We can get more downstream. somewhere in this area where we could get like on the lines of like 600 or something like that. Yeah, it's like 500. I still have this windmill here. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. The upkeep on this thing, 80. Yeah, let's kind of get rid of it. I wish there was another side on over here that was like, you know, the same as that. If that were the case, then we could make a pretty good dam. We need to start from that side. Slope too steep. Probably just gonna keep doing that. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens. If I place this, I want to see what. I'm gonna do it out here. I don't know. Oh, there was like one part where I could get like 600. Slope too steep. Steep. Alright, this is probably gonna back up a lot of this water. Alright, it's a 600 something. Let's give it a shot. It's estimated though, so. See what happens. Yeah, that's probably going underwater. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it's going over it. Oh my god. It's literally going over it. Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this more upstream. Oh my god. Hey, what's our output for this, so? 400 something? A little bit better if it would settle down. Yeah, I kind of figured that one would flood. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Oh, he's drowning. Alright, that's kind of what I figured would happen. I don't think it would go that far up it, though. Get this up a little bit. See if it, like, settles down any. It seems to kind of come back in. Over here, it's like, that's just so low, it's probably just gonna keep flooding over and over again. Doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, it's just gonna keep flooding over and over again. Or is it just like stopped? Okay, I'm gonna reload this and try this again. I'm gonna put it more upstream, see what happens. I'm going to move you to like right here. Granted, we won't get as much power from it, but whoa, what the? Oh, I disconnected that. That's what happened. Ah, shut up. Slope is not too steep. Stop that. we'll put it like about like that. Even like that. That looks good. See what happens. We'll get a... How much? That's gonna overflow it like so much here in just a second. If we had a higher cliff area to do this, this wouldn't be nearly as bad. But this looks a little bit better. It might get up over here. I don't think that's too bad. Output's like 400. It's gonna be about 500. Or it's gonna vary a lot, so. Let's see, it said predicted about 300, but it looks like once it gets going, it'd be about 500, 600. You might have to move that university. Also, are my cemeteries full? Yeah, they're full. You have to deal with that also. That's not too bad. It definitely adds quite a bit of power. Oh yeah, I even buy another? No, we can't do that. Probably wait until we can buy another one. So that way I can kind of place it more up this way and then do it. Come over that way. It really doesn't look too bad. It's only coming over the edge and quite a bit of power. So, that's all I wanted to do with that, so... But yeah, thank you to the people who actually stuck around to watch that. Pretty interesting. Because I haven't really played around with the dams that much. So we will stop that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. Thank you to everybody who stopped by the stream. It's pretty fun night. We did mostly City Skylines. I'm okay with that. I was going to do Pokemon Crystal tonight, but I wasn't really feeling like it. I don't know whenever I'll stream that again. Hoping I'll do it quite a bit this week, because we'll pretty much get out of the main region of that, and then we'll head into Kanto pretty much within one stream, I think. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll try to stream tomorrow during the day. I don't know if I will or not. Hopefully I'll be able to go to sleep tonight. That's really the main thing. What else is there? I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else. I talked about most of my other stuff during the stream, so if you missed out on any of that, I'll try to put it in the update panel after this. Actually, I'll just go ahead and go to my channel. How about that? Go ahead and go to it so I don't forget. Also, thank you to the people who followed me tonight and the people who have kept or are still following me. Really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully everybody has a good rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you guys sometime tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye, everybody.